You don't know what you did to me. Your body lies to me. I don't know what you did to me.
As she reached the door, she took a deep breath. As she raised her hand and tried to grab the knob, but before she could even reach, the door swung open abruptly, and before she knew it, she was pulled inside. The door clicked shut behind her, enveloping them in a world of their own. Her breath caught as a pair of warm, familiar lips crashed on hers. Time seemed to slow down as the familiar sensation washed over her. Jungkook's voice, barely above a whisper, kissed her ear. "I missed you, princess." Her heart skipped a beat at his words and she found herself lost in his eyes. She returned his smile. "Me too." A soft sigh escaped her lips as she shifted slightly on the bed, their bodies still close, her fingers tracing pattern on his chest. "But where were you the whole week? You didn't reply to my messages, and you didn't come down to..." "Hold on, princess, that's a lot of questions. Answer me one by one." Jungkook sighed, playing with her hair. "I was caught up in some work. I couldn't respond. It was not intentional, I promise." "It's okay, I was just worried, that's all." He leaned into her, touched his lips, pressing a soft kiss against her palm. "And now that you are here, I'm not letting you go." His words held a gentle possessiveness, a warmth that washed over her like a comforting embrace. "I wouldn't want to go anywhere anyway, but just to remind you, we have to go out. You know he must be wondering where I went. She's smart, she will figure it out. You are with me. Are you sure she's smart?" "Nope, I was just saying that to stop you." "You're terrible." Jungkook caught her hand mid-air, his grip gently yet firm. "Only when it comes to keeping you close." A smile tugged at the corner of lips as she looked up at him. "You're good at that." He was smile, leaning in to place a quick peck on her lips and move. He looked at him with questioning gaze as he reached to the side table, retrieving a necklace and gently securing it around her neck. "Now it's looking perfect." She reached up, gently tracing the delicate chain and pendant that now adorned her neck. "So, this is really my necklace, huh?" "Yes, it is, princess." "Then why was it with you all this time?" "Do you remember the party? You were wearing that maroon dress and this necklace. You lost it that day. I took it not as a means of stealing, but as a way to remember you. This necklace was the only thing I had that time. And why are you returning it?" Taeyong leaned in, his lips brushing against her earlobe as he whispered, "Why would I need a necklace when the necklace honor is now mine?" Nyan cheeks flushed, her breath hitching as his words played with her senses. "Don't deny it, I can feel your heart racing, your body reacting to my touch. Well, you're enjoying it too, aren't you?" "Hell not, I can't." Jungkook groaned against her neck, and Nyan chuckled, pushing him away as they had to join others at the party later. Jungkook was staring at Yoon as she stood there, her back turned to Jungkook. As she carefully packed her belongings, she came to the training center, even though she didn't have anything to do there. It was already evening and she had completed her tasks at her mansion. Now she just wanted to spend some time with him. Before, Jungkook was busy monitoring his guards' practice, and now they were finally going home. And Yoon was standing there, observing them. She couldn't help herself but get involved when she saw them practicing a technique. After all, it was not as if this June were their enemies. Plus, Jungkook had helped her out many times, so little clever couldn't hurt, right? Just looking at her face made him believe that the rest of his day would be significantly better. But it was not just her skills that had captivated him. Yoon was dressed in tight leather pants that augmented her curves and a small jacket that ended at her waist. The outfit showcased a figure which was quite distracting and he couldn't focus on anything. He couldn't deny that in 6 months since he'd last seen her, Yoon had become even more alluring. She had always been perfect in his eyes, but now with her body looking even more enticing, he found it difficult to put his desire into words. She became more confident. Yoon turned to him, breaking him out of his trance. "Let's go." He smiled, his eyes twinkling with warmth as he walked over to her. "Yeah, let's go." "You know," he began, "I think my cards are going to disappoint when they will realize you wouldn't be here to help them every day." "From when did you start caring about your cards?" Jungkook flashed her sly grin, his arms still comfortably around her waist as they strolled towards the exit. "Well, you see, ever since this incredible woman started showing up and stealing my attention, I couldn't help but become invested in their well-being." Ian chuckled at his response. "Is that so? Maybe I should stop coming here then if it's causing you such distress." Jungkook gripped her waist tightened ever so slightly as he placed a peck on her cheek. "Oh, but I would be truly devastated if you did. I might have to find other ways to keep you close." Jungkook chuckled as he opened the car door for her. "Well, damn, gentleman. You know I came here in my own car." "I do, but I know you do chose the option that involves me." Ian bit her lips as he winked at her. "Well, he's not wrong though. She will choose him anyway." So she slid inside the car. "Hey, will you pick up your phone? It's been ringing since forever." Ian glanced over at he, who was busy drying her hair. After a shower, her phone recklessly ringing on the table. Yoon had offered her, since he had spilled coffee on her own glass, as they shared a familiar hidden figure. "Just don't, okay? It's that guy again and don't want to talk to him." Yoon raised an eyebrow, curious. "But why? He seems nice." "He's not nice at all. He's probably dating a dozen other girls right now." "What do you think that?" Because he's handsome." "Wait, what I'm even thinking about is not handsome, he's just annoying." "Yes, he is annoying." "I'm serious, Yin. He's trouble like in sunset. Come on, hey, give the guy a chance. Maybe he's just misunderstood, really." "Fine, I will answer it this time, but if we start with these cheesy pickup lines, I'm hanging up." Yin gave her phone and she took a deep breath before putting it on speaker and answering. "Hello?" "Hey there, gorgeous. Are you made of copper and tellurium? Because you're a gift." He rolled her eyes at his cheesy line. She looked at Yun, who was trying to control her laugh. That's what she's telling them. This guy is complete joker. He glared at her best friend, then spoke on the phone. "The number you have dialed is not available at the moment, and she will never be available at this number. If you try to call another time on this phone, I'll personally come and whoop your..." Okay, I get it. No more pickup lines, I promise." "Good, so then, what's up?" "Not much, just missing your company. When I get to see you, pretty face, I don't think we can meet." "Why not? I really miss you." He looked down for a second, but then her lips formed into a smack. "Oh my god, brother, is that blood on your shirt?" "Hey, are you okay? What happened? What blood are you talking about?" "I'll talk to you later. My brother just killed another guy who tried to flirt with me. Bye, stay safe." She quickly ended the call, leaving Jungkook on the other end in instant silence. He burst into laughter as she hung up the phone. That was ill. Yoon was in her bedroom reviewing some pages, and her phone chimed with a text from Jungkook. "Come down." She followed her brother and she walked towards the window where down of her bedroom windows spotting a black car. Why are you doing here at this hour? Kitten, come down right now. I'm not a very patient person. Ian smiled at his impatience but couldn't resist either. She walked to the closet, got quickly dressed, making her way downstairs. When she reached the car parked outside, she knocked on the window before opening the door and sliding inside. So tell me, what are you? Before she could utter a word, his lips pressed against her, catching her completely off guard. The sensation of his mouth on her sent a shiver down her spine, and her hesitation melted away in an instant. Whoa, you should have stopped putting words in between, she said as he pulled back, adjusting in his seat as he started the engine. Glad to hear you miss me too. She chuckled at his childish behavior. After all, it was not every day that he showed up in the middle of the night just because he missed her. So where are we going at this hour? Well, I didn't really plan anything specific. I just wanted to be with you, so maybe a long drive. He blushed slightly as his words, feeling a flutter of excitement as she secured the seatbelt. They continued to drive. The conversation between them flowed effortlessly. They talked about everything and nothing. They shared the things they did even when they were away from each other. You have a smile on her face as she looked out of the window, while Jungkook was glancing at her as he reached out and intertwined his finger with hers and placed it on his lap. Kim blushed. She really loved his small gestures, which never failed to make her blush. Do you want to eat something? We could stop at the dinner up ahead. I'm not really hungry. But I'm hungry. You know, I never ate anything that you made. How about you make me something? Do you have a kitchen available in your car? Jungkook grinned. I can take you to my house. We can do so many things there. You're such a favorite, you know that? Jungkook gasped. What? I was talking about eating together, watching movies. And what were you thinking? He blushed in embarrassment and Jungkook grinned when he glanced at her red face. Oh, kitten, your mind is so delightfully dirty. Stop it, you. Her face became even more dreaded as she tried to take her hand back, but Jungkook gripped tighter on her intertwined hand as he jiggled. But the moment interrupted, the car engine roared, and Jungkook was about to accelerate. A screeching sound pierced the air before they could drag the car door engulfed in flames. Both of their eyes widened in horror as the flame rapidly consumed the car. Jungkook frantically tried to open the car doors, but they were jammed shut. Jungkook faced hardened as he said, "Get down." He forcefully pulled Yoon over the dashboard as bullets continued to pierce their car, shattered the glass windows. What the hell is happening? I don't know, Yoon, I don't. He cursed under his breath as he kicked the glass window, shattering it into pieces. They sprinted towards the safety of dark woods, their hearts pounding as they tried to put distance between themselves and unknown attackers. As they found a hiding spot behind the dense woods, Jungkook swiftly took out his gun and fired back. Yoon, Jungkook panicked as he realized he couldn't see her beside him. His heart raced as he called out, I'm here, I'm here. Yoon voice reassured him as she called from behind another tree. It was dark and Jungkook sighed in relief as he saw her. He again aimed where the bullets were coming from. They watched as their car completely engulfed in fire and in a matter of seconds exploded right in front of their eyes. They both hid behind the tree as the pieces went flying in the air. Jungkook looked at Yoon and both breathing heavily. As they both began to fire, they don't know how they ended up in this situation when they just wanted to spend a beautiful night together. She cursed under her breath as her gun clicked empty. She swiftly ducking behind the tree. Jungkook came out of bullets. Get behind me, Yoon. Jungkook nodded and yelled over the gunfire. Yoon looked at him and nodded, but she spotted some movement behind. Yoon was struck and looked at Jungkook when he saw her staring at him angrily. Yoon. She leaped towards him, surprising Jungkook. He saw the anger in her eyes, but didn't realize the threat behind him. Yoon pushed Jungkook aside. He fell to the ground, surprised by her sudden action. When he looked at her back, she stabbed the attacker in the stomach. Whoa, his mouth curling into a smirk as he got back to his feet. That was hard, kitten. Not the time, Jungkook. She started to try the knife back from the down attack and check her surroundings. Jungkook chuckled, right? Just as he turned around, suddenly a bullet pierced through his arms, a pain grunt escaping his lips. Jungkook? Yoon heard her as she saw him go down. She rushed to his side. Jungkook gritted his teeth, his face contorted in pain. I'm okay, Yun just agrees. We need to get out of here. Jungkook nodded, his jaw still clenched from the pain. They slowly got back on their feet, supporting each other as they continued to make their way deeper into the woods, away from the danger. Yoon slowly opened the door as Jungkook paced back and forth, talking angrily on the phone. They managed to reach to the safe place belonged to Jungkook, and how they did it was the rest of the story. She walked inside soundlessly, not wanting to startle him further. I don't care about your excuses. This is not a game. You and I could have been killed tonight. You need to get your act together. As he listened to the voice on the other line, he clenched his jaw tightly and finally shouted, "Until I came back, I need every freaking details on who was behind this." He angrily hung up the call and tossed the phone under the bed. His gaze shifted to Yoon, and then he let out a sigh and dropped himself on the bed. Yoon prepared for him and she approached him gently, her eyes flicking to the wound she had bandaged earlier. His shirt was on the bed. His shirt was unbuttoned as he massaging his temples, clearly stressed. "You deal with the things later, you know you need trust now. I can't rest right now. I need to know who was behind this, and more importantly, how do you know where we were?" "I know, Jungkook, but just you won't be able to think clearly if you are exhausted and in pain. Rest for now." Jungkook looked up at her and without a word, he reached out and gently grabbed her wrist, pulling her towards him until she was seated in his lap. Yoon gasped at a sudden moment as he adjusted her on his lap. "Careful, your wound is still fresh." Jungkook ignored the discomfort from his own and simply wrapped his arms around her waist, burying his face in the crook of her neck, his warmth sending shiver down her spine. "Are you okay?" He nodded, his head and Yoon eyes softened. "I made soup for you. I don't want to eat anything." "Why, just a few years ago, you were telling me you never ate anything made by me. This is not the way I want to taste your handmade food." "Just few spoons." "Okay," he muttered as she fed him. And after some time, she placed the empty bowl beside. Aside, he looked at Yoon with seriousness in his eyes. "Yoon, there's something I need to talk about. It's about your father's accident. I know it's been months, but I have been investigating it." Yoon helped in response, encouraging him to continue as he tightened his grip on her waist. "I found out that it was one of our men who was involved, working with another gang. He was a traitor, a rat who betrays us. But I only learned this after he already died, so you don't have to worry about it anymore. And I'm guessing the recent attack was from them, since they have been quiet for a long time. Did you find out why he did that?" "He was working with them from the start, as spy never mentioned." He nodded her head. "Well, I already knew about this." Jungkook looked up at her, surprised with his glistening lip. "How?" "Well, you see, I was already doing the investigation. That day he was with me when she saw the picture of that man. From her expression, I just sensed something was not right. She's not really good at hiding her nervousness." "Let me skip the details for you. The day you thought he died, our man actually caught him because I had informed them he was your man. I kidnapped that guy, extracted information from him, as spilled the beans that he was working with Gan. He wanted to make us rivals by spreading misinformation. And then, after collecting the information, Yoon paused for a moment. She placed her hand on his exposed chest, tracing her fingers ever so slightly as she continued. "I killed him." Jungkook sat there in instant silence, his eyes locked on Yoon as she spoke. Her fingers continued to trace a gentle path on his chest. Her gaze remained fixed on his. "I trust you, Jungkook," she whispered. "That's why, without jumping to conclusions, I did my own investigation. I wanted to tell you, but the timing was never right. I had to leave for 6 months and everything just got hectic." It just slipped my mind. Jungkook couldn't help but chuckle. Damn kitten, you always leave me speechless. Yoon finger still on his chest as he looked into his eyes. I just needed you. I never doubted you. Not for a moment. Jungkook gazed deeply into Yoon's eyes, his heart swelling with affection for the moment. Jungkook gazed deeply into Yoon's eyes, his heart swelling with affection for the moment. In front of him, he brought his hand up to cup her cheeks gently, his thumbs caressing her skin. I'm honored to have you by my side, princess. That's why I love you so much. Yoon's heart skipped a beat at his words, her eyes widening in surprise. Did he just confess? What did you say? I love you, he said, emphasizing every word. It felt like her heart swelled. Without hesitation, she captured his lips in a passionate kiss. It was Saturday night, and as usual, they were having a sleepover. Yoon made sure to spend quality time with her best friend, even though her schedule was usually busy. This movie was so boring, we should watch something else. How about a romantic one this time? See, you're getting interested in love these days. She teased and he rolled her eyes. I just get bored easily watching action psycho movies all the time. Let's change up the genre. They decided to play a romantic movie they had not seen before. I think brother finally came with ice creams. Maybe he did, cause check. As he made her way to the door, June following behind her. When he opened the door, to her surprise, it was not her brother standing there with ice cream. Instead, it was Taehyung. Hey there, sweetheart. Do you have a map? Because I just got lost in your eyes. He leaned in to kiss her cheeks, but he jumped back in shock. Her eyes wide. What? Who called you here? Oh, I wanted to meet you. So you invited me? He glared at Yoon, who jerked nervously. You invited him without even telling me? Well, he was insisting so much, I thought. Before you could finish her explanation, Taehyung chimed in. And I brought some delicious ice cream too. It's only fair since I crashed your movie night. He held up a bag of ice cream containers as he sighed, muttering fine. What's happening here? Oh brother, come on, join us for movie night. He turned to her brother with a pleading expression. You all can enjoy. No, brother, pretty, please. She glanced to her brother and he looked at her strangely. While Yoon struggled to control her laughter as she observed Jungkook, who seemed increasingly uncomfortable remembering their previous conversation about blood and murder. Alright. He glanced at Yoon, who smiled back at him. He jumped in excitement. By the way, who's he? That's he. His friend's soon-to-be boyfriend. He slapped him from behind, and Taehyung finally mustered the courage to look up at Jungkook. Well, hello, sir. I'm Taehyung. No need to be formal. Just call me Jungkook. Right. You didn't prepare popcorn. Go and make some. Alright, I totally forget about it, she said before moving to the kitchen. I'll help her. He announced and hurried behind her, taking the opportunity to escape from Jungkook's intimidating breaths. When Jungkook approached her, he placed her hand on her waist. Why does he look so afraid of me? Do I look like a dragon? No, she scared him by saying you kill boys who flirt with her. Jungkook frowned, not quite pleased with that reputation. Well, that's not very nice. And laughed, and together they tiptoed to the kitchen, where he and Taehyung were bickering again, and they hid there, listening to them. You never listen, because you never make sense. Right, I don't. Then why are you always behind me? Did I tell you to? I do because I like you, can't you see that? He heard her as Jungkook slowly walked towards her, a sly smile on his face. She felt her cheek blushing and her breath quickened. Her back was now pressed against the kitchen counter, and she found herself locking his arms and with his intense gaze. What are you doing? What does it look like, sweetheart? As the tension between them grew, Jungkook let his throat, making both he and Taehyung jump away from each other. Jungkook had no intention to desire to witness his little sister getting romantic with anyone. Taehyung, his face flushed with embarrassment as he tried to regain his composure. I'm sorry about that, Mr. Jungkook. I didn't mean, got carried away. No problem, just remember she's my little sister, and if you tried something funny, I think she'll already tell you what I do with those boys. They hung it up with his fingers, his eyes wide, and he tried not to freak out right then and there. How much do you love my sister? If I were a cat, I'd do spend my night life with her. He looked at Tang. Are you serious? Face and Jungkook. Actually, I think Tang is perfect for you. You think so? Brother, not you at least. How can you be like this? Did you forget when I helped you? When did you ever help me, Sissy? Remember the party day when I locked you and Yun in a room and saved you from Isabel who wanted to dance with you? And then you couldn't have a chance to spend with Yun. In jaw dropped in surprise, she turned to Jungkook, standing there chill. Wait, so that was your plan? Actually, no, but the situation was cool. No, what? So, don't tell me you didn't share the time with me. He shrugged and you blushed, remember the day they got locked. How he asked that usual she practiced and how it started from that day. I think it's getting late for the move. She should go. Yeah, let's go. In the soft closed reality, found herself standing at the very same spot where she and Jungkook had gone on the first date, a place they had not able to explore back then. Silent surrounding but more beautiful than she remembered, with the cold breeze brushing over her skin like a soothing caress. She admired the view. Jungkook came behind her, wrapping his arms around her waist, placing a tender kiss on her shoulder. Great. And closed her eyes, wearing the warmth of his embrace and the sensation of his lips against her skin. You really seem to like it, dear. It's so beautiful and peaceful. Jungkook smiled, his breath tickling her ear. I thought you two preferred to be somewhere different for our date. It doesn't matter where we are as long as I'm with you. Jungkook smiled as he continued to place her tender kisses along her neck, his warm standing shirt down her spine, looking so beautiful like always. Yun surrendered to his touch, closing her eyes, swearing the intoxicating sensation slowly. She turned within his loving embrace, her heart radiating affection. I love you. Jungkook's smile greeted